Hi guys, and welcome to the running campaigns video. Without a doubt, this is the most important video of the course, as it's where people make the biggest mistakes. The first thing to remember is that there are three parts of any campaign. The first part is your data acquisition, and that's for the first 48 to 72 hours. Here, you're not really trying to generate lots of leads or make sales. If you do, it's great. Your main job here is to buy data from Facebook. And when I say buy data, what you're doing, you're getting the results of your advertising campaign, and you're going to use that in the next part of the campaign to actually run cheap adverts. So it's a bit of a mindset change here. You're going from, I've got to get my campaign, or you're going from, oh my God, this campaign's running 24 hours and I'm paying $2 a click, to, okay, I might be paying $2 a click, but I'm getting lots of useful information. So that's the thought process you have to have. So keep your budget low. $5, $10 is fine. And just consider it as you're investing in your future campaigns. The second part is running an optimized ad. And the reason the ad is optimized is you've spent that time buying data, so you know who you should be targeting. These are people who are more likely to click through, sign up, or buy something. So you're taking the data you've bought and you're using it to run the best ad possible. And the third part of the campaign is actually ongoing testing. That's where you're testing different keywords to try and find winners, then moving those winners into your ongoing winning campaign. So we're going to have a look at this in some depth, and you'll see exactly how it works. Before we do, a little note on statistical significance. I always get asked, are the results you get statistically significant? No, they're not. Because to be statistically significant, you've got to spend a lot of money and you've got to wait a lot of time. Okay? All we're trying to do is quickly reduce costs. Sometimes you'll find that a group you target, or a demographic you target, initially in your data acquisition phase, you're getting great results. You put it in your campaign, it doesn't work. It's no problem. You can cut it out. All we're trying to do is find people who are going to click through, or more likely to click through. And our target is 20 to 40 cents per click or less. Sometimes you'll find you can get below 20 cents. Other times 20 to 40 cents per click is about as good as you can get. I always run OCPM. I'm not worried about running cost per click. OCPM has always worked better for me whenever I've tested it. What you've got to consider is, if you're selling a product and you're getting $20 commission or whatever you're getting from it, make sure that your earnings per click pay at least double what you're paying. So if you're getting say $20 a click and you're spending $10 on advertising a day and you're making one sale, that's fine. You're doubling your money. If you find that you're breaking even, then you need to look at getting cheaper adverts even still and work harder at it. If you're building a list, you'll obviously know how much your funnel is worth. I know some people whose funnel is worth $15 a month per person for the first 6 months. So once you know those figures, you know how much you can spend to acquire a customer. On some of our campaigns, spending $1 to sign up a lead is a no-brainer, because we know we're going to make $8, $10 a month of that person. On others, 40 cents is about the maximum we'll go to make it worth our while. So just know your figures first, and once you know your figures, then you can work towards getting clicks that work for you. Number one mistake that everyone makes when they set out for data acquisition is they run multiple interests in one campaign. So you'll have a campaign, and as I showed you in the earlier video where I put I think Paleo Hacks, Rob Wolf, and Mark Sisson, all in the same, all down as interest in the same advert. Well, that's ad suicide, because how do you know which interests are getting people to click? Because some interests will get lots of clicks, others won't, because people are more engaged. So, for example, you'll see in a moment, I've added the interest paleo, and I know deep inside my gut feeling is that's going to be too broad and I'm not going to get clicks. Whereas if I change it to against all grain, which I will do, that's more targeted, because people have gone to Against All Grain, which is a paleo site. They've clicked like, and they're probably reading it and they're sharing it, etc. So that's going to be a more targeted audience. And once the ads run for 24 to 48 hours, I'll actually know for certain what it is. So anyway, let's get on. So here is a campaign I was running, and here I'm in the data acquisition phase, and I'm targeting two interests. I'm targeting Paleo Leap, which is a brand, it's a website, and it's a Facebook page. And I'm also targeting the interest, which is like a keyword, Paleolithic diet. And when you have a look at the stats here, you can see exactly why I split it up. Because for not only have I split it up for interest, I've also done a separate ad group for females and males for both of them. And in a moment, we'll pop into the ads manager and I'll set up a campaign from the start using the different ad groups, etc., and show you how I set them up. Okay, so for the first one, we've got Paleolithic female, and here I'm paying 78 cents per click. So I know immediately if I'm paying that, then I can reduce that cost. I can get that cost right down, and I'll show you why in a minute. So I can probably get this down to probably 20 to 30 cents with a little bit of work. These Paleolithic males, this cost me $1.41 a click. So I'm probably going to bin that campaign. With a bit of work, I could get it down lower, but you know, it's probably a little bit too much work for me, and I'm quite happy with what I'm getting with the females there. Paleolithic diet, 137 and 149 a click. The reason I'm not going to go ahead with this is the click-through rate. 0.5% there and 1% there, compared to 1.8% and 1.4%. Usually I look for anything over 1% or 1.5% in this phase is I consider okay and good, because I know I can get it up. So that's the immediate feedback I've got from running this advert for 72 hours, or actually this was 5 days. So I was running $5 a day to each of these ads. So that's $20 a day I was running for 5 days. The only reason I ran it for 5 days and not 3 days was I was doing some coaching at a seminar, so I didn't get a chance to turn it off. So I should have actually probably done that before I went, but something I overlooked in the rush. So when we go into our reports, which I'll show you shortly, you can see this is the report for the top one, which is Paleo Leap Female, which got 34 clicks at a cost of 78 cents a click. So we go into our reports and we can see that for 18 to 24-year-old females, I only got 2 clicks. So not, as I said, there's no statistical significance here. It just gives you guidance. But the click-through rate was 4%. It was cost me 9 cents a click. So I like that because it's a high click-through rate and the low cost. So 9 cents is great. So if technically speaking, if I ran adverts to this group only, I'll be getting clicks at 9 cents. When I run this full time, that will probably rise up because the click-through rate will drop down a little bit. So it's something to bear in mind that these are only going to be rough guides, and this is what we're after. The 25 to 34, which had by far the most impressions, got 0 clicks. So I'm dropping 25 to 34. 45 to 54, once again, no clicks, so I'm going to drop that. 65 plus was getting clicks, and 55 to 64 was getting clicks. 38.48 cents, and the 35 to 44 was 21 cents. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run 3 ads. I'm going to target 18 to 24, 35 to 44, and 45 plus. So you can quickly see how after a few days, by looking at my reports and breaking up my campaign, I can actually get a good idea of where I can get cheap clicks from, and that's what I'm going to target. And here you can see, this is my new optimized ad, where I've called it Paleo Winners. It's 18 to 24, 45 plus, and 35 to 44. You'll see I name all my ad sets and all my campaigns something that actually means something to me. So I can just look at that. So I know that's female 18 to 24. And this advert is the winners, which is female 35 to 44. When you go to ongoing testing, you see I've got my current winner there, called Paleo Winners. I've got a new test campaign called Paleo. So Paleo is just the interest I'm targeting. I actually do think this is too broad, so I will probably get rid of it very, very quickly, because I think something like Against All Grain or Paleo OMG will be better. But that's just gut feeling from a little bit experienced. I'm using the same testing process. And when I find a winning group, so if I find that the keyword paleo, women age 55 to 65, what was it? Women 45 plus are a group to target. All I will do is I will add that interest into my winners. So on your winners, you can have multiple interests because you know they're winners. So that's what we're going to do in this case. So any winners I find that are in the same group as this, we can add them in. If not, we can just create a new winners campaign. So if suddenly men in that niche started working, I would create a winners male 35 to 44 or whatever, and put that interest in, and any other interests I find later with the same demographic, male and age, I'll drop that in. With your ongoing testing, you test different interests, but do it on a small budget. So rather than doing your $5 or $10 a day, whatever, just do $3 a day per interest, and keep your budget down so you can run it slightly longer and get more results. So, for example, you could target Paleo, Against All Grain, Paleo OMG. These are the 3 that I know I'll be targeting because they came up in my research. And so I'll just run that in the background for a week or 2 weeks, and as soon as I find winners, I'll promote them to the winners campaign. And that's how you do your ongoing testing. Once again, it's just buying data over a longer period to help your campaign run best. So to summarize that, we've got one campaign for one interest. That is the important. Split by gender and age initially, and then combine winners of a similar gender and age. Really simple, really easy. What we'll do now, we'll pop into the Ads Manager and the Power Editor, and we'll look at the reports and also setting up campaigns and ad groups, etc. So here we are. What we're going to do, we're going into the Power Editor. Right guys, so here we are in the Power Editor. The first thing I always do when I go into Power Editor is download. And we can download all our stuff. And when you finish the campaign, when you finish it, always upload. Right, so first thing we do, we go into Manage Ads. And here you can see we've got campaigns, ad sets, and ads. So what we're going to do is going to create a new campaign. So we click on the plus button. So here we've got a campaign. The type is going to be clicks to website, and we're going to enter a campaign name. Test campaign Paleo OMG. Let's call it Paleo OMG. Okay, so we're just going to create that. So here we have a test campaign Paleo OMG. Now we want to create ad sets and ads. And you can do this as you go along, or you can do this right from the start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do an ad set here. So we're going to create ad set. So here we've got test campaign paleo OMG. That is the campaign we want to use for that. And now we want to name the ad set. All I'm going to do is copy that. And we're going to call it female. So the first one I'm going to do is for females. And then I will do exactly the same male. So here you can see now we've got test campaign for paleo OMG female and male. So we want to do ads next. Once again, you click on the create ad and you choose a campaign. You can choose or you can create an ad set. So I'm going to do a female existing ad set for females, and we can name the ad, and we're going to do that. And 18 to, let's call it 65 plus. So we're going to create this campaign. So we find our post, we're on there. So here is an advert I created in one of the videos here, so we'll just target that. It's a dark post that I created yesterday. So we've got test campaign, paleo OMG, female 65 plus, which is perfect. Okay, we're going to do newsfeed on desktop only, perfect, and we're going to use a pixel. We've got that existing pixel there. So now we've set up the main part of the campaign. Now next is the audience. We don't want a custom audience, and we want to target United States. That'll do. And we'll do the United Kingdom as well. Gender. So this is our females. So we're going to just target women only. Always leave language blank. And interest was paleo MG. And you can see we've got that interest. So we can add that interest for paleo MG. So potential audience is 150,000 people. Yeah, we like that. Not worried about connections. And we're going to go optimization and pricing. Max cost per click. No, we're going to go optimize CPM. And it's scheduled. And really, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we need to do. That ad is now ready. It's saying bid is required. So we're going to go back into ad sets. Daily $10. We'll just check that's correct. Okay. All right, so here we've gone to optimize CPM, and that's all done for us. And you can see now this ad is ready to be uploaded. To create the ad for the males, we do exactly the same thing. Pick our campaign name, pick our ad set, copy that. Click on create. So here we are with this advert. You can see we do it exactly the same as the other one. The reason I'm doing this other one, I think I may well have forgot something. Use existing pixels, Caveman Daily. Yep, select that. audience. So this is for men. I did forget something. Age 18 to, we'll leave that, Annie. If you're doing any diet stuff, paleo, health, fitness, always start at 18. I always start at 18 anyway, at a minimum. Some I won't start till 25 or whatever, but always make sure you do at least 18 if it's health or diet related. So we're going to United States again. And we're going to go United Kingdom. And 18, interests. So we've got 24,000 people. Let's have a look, see what we got for 150,000 for the females and 24 for the males. That's cool, happy with that. Once again, we go on to optimization and pricing, optimize CPM, and we would just carry on from there. When you're finished, what you would then do is you would upload this, but what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to download, which will wipe off these campaigns. So get rid of them. So you've seen everything you need there to create your ads, and they're easy as that to do in the Power Editor. So it's just campaigns. Then you can put the ad sets underneath where you split them up into male, female, and then you just do the ads. So let me just download to the Power Editor again to wipe those ads out so I don't accidentally upload them. Okay, we just ignore that. Then there's nothing there that I need to worry about. Let's go back to the Ads Manager now, and I will show you reports. Okay, so here is the reports, and you can see I've got my existing campaigns that are running. You see, as I said, I switched to Against All Grain already. There are several reports you can get. You click on the download button there. You've got general, website conversions, placement-based, responder demographics. Responder demographics is good, so we're going to go to responder demographics here. And here you can see we've got all these. We don't want that. I want to do add a filter contains winners. And all it then will show is the paleo winners one. So you can see the ads are broken down into ages and dates. And we can, once again, we can start going through and looking at which ones are good and which ones are bad. These ones haven't really been running long enough, but if I go back to the last 28 days, we'll get a little bit more data. Okay, so we've got lots of information there. We've got the ages, we've got the genders, and we can go through and we can pick out which one's got a good click-through rate. We've got here, which you can see unique click-through rate, number of clicks, all sort of information we want to try and determine which groups we should be targeting. Right, as you can see, if I go for the last 7 days here, you can see we've got age 55 to 64, 45 to 54. These are within the 45 plus barriers I've got. So I actually break down this even a little bit further. So 45 plus, 55 to 64 is giving me a 2% click-through rate, which is pretty cool. 45 to 54, 2%, we like that. 65 plus, so in the 45, over 45, anyone over 65 is giving me a poor click-through rate. So I can go into this advert now and I can change the age to a maximum age of 65, which I think I will do, because based purely on the data that this has given me, as that's screwing up my campaign. 18 to 24s, it's got a good reach again, and it's not performing as well as I thought it would. So I might even just bin the 18 to 24 and just run this from 35 upwards, and then I'll get a much better click-through rate, etc. So I now know I'm going to refine this Paleo Winners campaign even further. We've got the general metrics. We can have a look. This will give you cost per click and click-through rates, etc. So 21. Oh, sorry, that's another one. Over the last 7 days, I'm now averaging 51 cents per click. Bear in mind, I've only started optimizing this, and it was much higher. It was, I think, highest was 141 when I first started. So we're down to 51. This will definitely drop down to, I reckon, below 30. We'll have a look when we get to the webinar. Okay. If you don't want to use these main reports, so if you just do general metrics, you can do edit columns. You can go, let's have a look at geographic. That'll be quite an interesting one. So geographic, save columns, and we want to add a filter. So we want to have a look at our winners. Add filter. So the filters I'm adding are based on the keywords in the campaign name. So I've got one called winners. So this is just showing the winners. Now, let's have a look. Australia. Australia's giving me quite a good click-through rate there. United Kingdom's not giving me a good click-through rate, and United States isn't giving me a very good click-through rate at the moment. You can see the cost per click for Australia is pretty good. UK is terrible. It's driving up the cost. I might just bin UK from this, from the list of countries that I'm targeting. Canada's pretty cool. I like Canada, doing well. Thanks you Canadians. So you can break this down even further now. So I can drop countries that aren't working very well for me. So that's something else we've learnt now. We've got, we know what the placement is because they're all in the newsfeed, so we don't have to worry about that. We can click and look at demographics again if we wish. Save columns. We're still on winners. Always worth to check that out. This is basically the campaign we looked at before. Slight little bit more information in there. These are sort of general reports. These are more targeted reports. Once again, we can see that 65 plus is driving up the average cost, and so is 18 and below. So I'm going to bin these. I'll go in and I'll do these straight away. So we'll just be running ads to those 3 age groups there. Okay, so that is the report. You find it in the sidebar. You've got the drop down for different type of metrics. So responder demographics is probably the main one you want to use. So here we go. Got a little bit of data there, etc. You've got the main reports here. If we click on edit columns, and then you just click edit filters, so add filters, winners, and you get more data. Once again, geographic, and you'll find the countries where it's working and where it's not working. Obviously, some sites that you might target, if they were based in Australia, would do really well out of Australia. Other sites that are based in GB will do better in the United Kingdom, etc. So that's a good reason to always check your demographics. Okay, guys, so that is the reports. I hope you found that useful. Any questions, please ask, or come along to the webinar and we'll have a look more in depth at what's been happening over the last few days. Okay, guys, sorry, I decided to record an extra bit to this video. Literally, I finished recording that video about 30 seconds ago and I went straight into the Power Editor. And what I did, I turned off my campaign, my winners campaign here, for the 18 to 24 group, because the report showed that wasn't doing too well. I've then come into the advert for the females 45 plus, once again in the winners, and you can see it's 45 to Annie. Well, sorry ladies, it's going 45 to 44, because obviously over 65 was raising my costs. So now I've optimized this advert even more, and we're ready to upload the changes, which is simple as clicking upload. So what will happen now is Facebook will review the ad again. It will take a couple of minutes because I haven't changed that much. It's just changed the age, and I will now have an even more optimized advert. Thanks guys, and really this time it really is goodbye. Bye.